everyone, it's Caroline here from Aussie Cards and Crafts, and I'd like to thank you for joining me today. Today, what I would like to show you how to make is this beautiful stepper card. I haven't actually made a stepper card before. I've seen them online. There's so many of them. I had a really good look yesterday online, and there were so many, but none of them were quite the size that I wanted. They were either too short here or too short there. So I decided to do my own. This one measures 7 inches by 4.5 inches. The flowers that I've used are ones that I've made from foam, and I'm not showing you how to make those at the moment because I haven't quite perfected it. I've got die cut silver flourishes and leaves, and I've obviously got a greeting there. The papers are from Antonio Makes. If you haven't seen his site, go and check it out. I'll actually put a link below. He does some beautiful work, some absolutely beautiful work. And some of the papers that you can download if you are a VIP member are just fantastic, and I've used quite a few of them in recent cards. The inside, you will find that you've got a chance to write your message there. I'd probably put white in there, but it is a very simple card, and I'm really happy to be bringing it to you. So let's show you how to make it. So let's get started. Firstly, let me show you what I have used. I have done some, for the decoration on that, you'll see that I did cut out some silver, both flourishes and also some leaves, and I'm not sure where I'm going to put them yet, but I'm sure they'll turn out fine. I also made some foam flowers. Now, I haven't done a tutorial on this yet, and I'm not going to show you at this stage because I still haven't perfected them. I'm happy with these ones, but yeah, as I say, I haven't perfected them, so I'll wait until I do a better job of them. I've done a few others here, but they don't go on this particular card. So I'm just playing around with that at the moment, but I thought it would be nice to include those. So I'll pop those to one side. The leaves that I used, this one is just various. I don't even know where I got them from, and I used that one there. And I also used a flourish, and this one is a Kazaz flourish. So I'll pop those to one side. Now what you will need is you will need a base piece. Now I've chosen to use pink on this one. And you will need this piece to be 7 inches, okay, by 8.5 inches. So along the 8.5 inch side, I'd like you to score at 1 1/4 all the way down. Now what I'd like you to do is take your ruler and measure, just measure 3.5 inches and put a mark there, and 3.5 inches and put a mark there. Then all you need to do is take your pencil and join those two up, but don't press too hard because you're going to need to rub it out later. So just press it, just gently use your pencil just so that you can see it. Okay, once you've done that, what you do is you need to pop your 8.5 inch side up against your top of your scoreboard, and this is where you're going to start doing your scoring. So you're going to score at 1 1/4 inches, but you're only going to score to that line that you've drawn from there to there. So just the halfway mark. So you score at 1 1/4. You score at 2 inches. You score at 3 1/8 of an inch. You also score at 4 1/4, which was already there because we did that one before. And then you score at 6 1/8, just down to that first mark. So the first one is already done for you, but after that you just go to that halfway mark. Okay, that is all the scoring we need at the moment, so I'll pop that away. Now you should have basically a cross like that, and you have score lines coming down like so. What you now need to do is you now need to cut from there to there. So that very first score line at 1 1/4 inches just there to the 6 1/8 one. So I'm going to grab my knife, or a knife, and a metal ruler. If you've got one of those ones that stand up, they're even better, but I don't have one of those. And along that line that you have actually drawn, from that very first score line to the very last score line is where I would like you to cut. Okay, just like so. I'll just go in, make sure it has been cut. There we go. Next, what you need to do is rub out all of those pencil marks. This is a really easy card to make once you know how to do it. So, okay. So now what you need to do is, this one here is going to be a mountain fold. Okay, this one, the second one, is going to be valley. The next one's mountain, the next one's valley, the next one is mountain. And you will need, this one obviously is going to be a valley fold, but this one's going to be a mountain fold. So just work your papers, your card, so that they fold and just go into place. You'll see how to work them. I'm sure you probably already know how to work them. So just gently. This is a 270 GSM card, so it is actually reasonably thick. So that one can go down there. That one can go there, and that there. And there we have our stepper card. So let's pop that there, and that there. And don't forget to do the inside ones as well. They're just as important. And there you have your stepper card. So I'll pop that to the side for one moment. Now we get to your pattern papers. Now your pattern papers, this one is 7 3/4 by 4 inches. Okay, so 7 3/4 there by 4 inches. And what you need to do, and I've written it on the back here, what you need to do is you need to draw, make a little mark at the top at 3 3/8 on your piece just here. And then another one down here at 3 3/8, and draw a line right the way along. Okay, now you're not going to see these because they're going to be stuck down. Next, I want you to take along the bottom, I want you to go up 1 inch on this side and 1 inch on that side. And then get your ruler and once again draw a line just to this first line here. You then, what you need to do is take your blade and cut it, that part out. So when you're looking at the reverse side of it, your cutout will be on the left, because when we bring this in and we flip that over, that's going to go there. Okay, so make sure you do it on the correct side. So that, and I will have all of these in the blog down below, or the information down below, but it's 7 3/4 by 4 inches. Measure in 3 3/8, measure up 1 inch and 1 inch here, and join those up, cut it out. Now keep that piece, because these other pieces are 3 3/8 of an inch as well, and you can actually take them out of there. Now this one is a 3/8 and 3. This is this piece here. This is 3 3/8 by 7/8 of an inch, and that one is going to go. Let me just have a little look. Just there, and this one here. Oopsies. This one here is once again 3 3/8 by 1 5/8, and that one is going to go in there. Okay, so what I'm now going to do is I'm now going to stick all of these papers on, and I'll just speed up while I do that. So all your papers are now stuck on. It really is now very, very simply a case of decorating. Okay, so now you can see I do have my Have a Fabulous Birthday. I'm going to mount that up. So what I'm now going to do is I'm now going to use my flowers that I've made here, and I am going to decorate it. Now I'll put them down first so that I know roughly where they're going to go. I've got 3 of these ones. They're not all the same, and I think they might go something like that. Put that one underneath because it's only a double. And then I've got some flourishes here that can go underneath, and some leaves. So I'm going to just play around with it, and I'll do that on camera, but I will speed up, and I'll come back when it's all finished. Thank you. So there we go. There it is, all decorated. I actually quite like it. I think it's a very simple card. I've got to have a lot more practice with my foam flowers. I know that, but I'm actually quite pleased with it. You can actually put a piece of white in there and stamp a sentiment in there, or you could actually do the same size as what you've done on the front and have that as your sentiment part. I probably will put the whole part on, and I will probably stamp some flowers inside as well, just so that it keeps it uniform. But I actually quite like it. I hope you do. I hope you give it a go. Now, as I said earlier, it's not, there's a lot of them on the internet, but I couldn't get one with the sizing that I liked, so I actually did this one myself. And this is actually a 4 1/4 by 7 inch, I think. So that's 7 inches by 4 1/4. So it would fit into a 4 1/2 by 7 inch envelope, or even a 5 inch envelope. It's got a little bit of dimension, so you might need to do a bouncy envelope with it. And if you want to know how to do the bouncy envelopes, go to Mixed Up Craft. Sam has got some tutorials on there about how to do a bouncy envelope, so I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. Thank you for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, because that really does help me. My numbers are really getting up now, and as I said earlier to you, it's the second one that I've done this weekend, and normally I do about one a month these days because of my time frame. But yeah, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe, and post up your cards, your stepper cards on the Aussie Cards and Crafts website. Thanks for listening, and happy crafting. Thank you.